Alright, so we're going to talk about cleans and clean variations. So one of the big things that we see in terms of a technique mistake is bending the elbows too early, pulling the arms a bit too early. So what that looks like is, as we get through our pull, trying to pull with the elbows and bend the elbows before we get that full triple extension of our hip, knee and ankle. So one of the things that we can do to try to help the athlete get the hang of getting that full extension with their elbows still straight is regressing the clean to a pull variation, so a clean pull. So rather than a full clean or a power clean in this case, what we might do is just do a few clean pulls where we end up in that full extension and our elbows straight. So what that does is it teaches us to get to that full triple extension with our elbows still straight. And from there, what we can do is then learn how to get underneath the bar into our catch. So what I like to do is pair our clean pulls with a tall clean. Now a tall clean, rather than starting on the ground and working our way up, we start in the hang position and we immediately just drop under the bar. So there's no pulling with the legs. We're just at our final pull position and then we drop under the bar. So what that does, what that looks like is from here to there. We'll go again from the hang, just dropping under as quick as you can. And so now what that teaches us is that we get through our pull from the ground and hit that final strike point with our elbows completely straight, and then we learn to catch the bar from that fully straightened position with our elbows still straight, getting underneath the bar. Okay? One more thing we want to think about is our foot position when we clean. So in a squat, we want to have our feet slightly outside of our hips and our toes slightly turned out. Whereas in a deadlift or a pull, we want to have our feet underneath our hips and our toes pointed straight ahead. So what I like to say is any sort of hinge like a deadlift, we're here. Any sort of squat, we're here. Now with a clean, when we're catching that bar, we're actually combining two things. So from the ground it's a pull, then when we go to catch the bar, we want it to be into our squat position. So we need to actually get out onto our feet to give our hips room to go down into that catch, whether it's a power clean or a full clean. So what we can do here is just practice our footwork, just from here to there, from here to there. And just getting used to that difference from the foot width when we're pulling to when we're catching that bar. So then eventually we can put those three drills together into our full clean to look something like this.